We'll see today an important topic that comes under midwifery and obstetrical nursing. Like fetus, one more organ is there that is important for the growth and development of fetus. That is the placenta. That will connect the mother and the fetus through umbilical cord. So first we'll see what is placenta. Placenta, it is a feto-maternal organ, hemochorial in nature and deciduate. Why it is known as feto-maternal organ? Because it is developed from the fetal part that is known as the chorionic frontosa, and the maternal part is known as the decidia basalis. Why it is hemochorial? Because heme means it consists of blood, maternal blood, and chorial it attaches to the chorionic tissues. And it is deciduate during parturition, that is a childbirth, it will shed the decidual cells from the uterine cavity. As a result, we can tell the placenta, it is a feto-maternal organ that is hemochorial in nature and discoid or circular in shape and deciduate. At the term, if you see, the diameter of the placenta is 15 to 20 centimeter and the thickness will be 2.5 centimeter. And if we see the development of the placenta takes place from the 6th week after the fertilization and completed at the 12th week. And at the 16th week, the thickness of the placenta will be increases, the diameter also, and the circumference of the placenta will be increases. And if you see what is the weight of the placenta, at the term, the weight of the placenta will be 500 gram or 1/6 the weight of the fetus. Next, we'll see what are the surfaces comes under placenta. There are two surfaces comes under placenta. One is maternal surface and another one is fetal surface. Maternal surface is otherwise known as basal plate. This is rough and soft and it consists of red in nature. Why? Because maternal blood is there. And in the maternal surfaces, if you see polygon areas are there, 15 to 20, that is known as the lobules or cotyledons. These cotyledons are separated by structure is known as furrows. And in the maternal surface, there will be a deposition of calcium, tiny places, and it will show like a grayish whitish in nature. Next we'll see fetal surface. Fetal surface is otherwise known as the chorionic plate. This looks very smooth and glistering due to the presence of the amnion. This fetal surface, if you see, it consists of umbilical cord that is present in the middle of the fetal surface and the branches of umbilical vessels is present. When you see, the amnion can be peeled out from the chorion during the after the delivery of the placenta. And if you see after the delivery of the placenta, we can see the examination of any missing of the lobes, whether the amnion membranes, everything is present or not. During the examination of placenta, after placenta delivery, we can observe it. And at the term, if you see, majority of the placenta, that is the 1/5 of the placenta is developed from the fetal part. Next, we will see what are the structure of placenta. The structure of placenta consists of amniotic membrane, then basal plate, chorionic plate, and choriodecidual space is there. In the choriodecidual space, we can see numerous villi are there and intervillous spaces are there. In the intervillous spaces, blood will be pooled in the intervillous spaces, that is from the maternal circulation. So here we will see first what is villi. Villi is developed from the chorion. The first formed villi is known as the stem villi. From the stem villi, further primary villi, secondary villi and tertiary villi will be formed. This consists of syncytotrophoblast, cytotrophoblast and mesodermal layers. And the type of villi, if you see, two types of villi are there. One is nutritive villi, another one is anchoring villi. By the word you can see anchoring villi means the villi that is attached to the uterine layer is known as the anchoring villi. Second one is nutrition villi. Nutritive villi that will nourishes the nutrition. The villi that will flows on the choriodecidual space and this will give the nourishment to the fetal part. Next we will see what is the functional unit of placenta. Functional unit of placenta is known as placentomere or lobule, that is from fetal cotyledons that is formed from the stem villi. Then next one is subfunctional unit that is known as the lobule that is formed from the tertiary villi. Next we will see what is the circulation. Placental circulation of two types is there. Maternal circulation, that is uteroplacental circulation. Next one is fetal circulation. Maternal circulation, if you see, this circulation takes place in the intervillous spaces. More of the placenta, the blood supply will be 500 ml. In this, 350 ml of blood is present in the villi and 150 ml of blood is present in the intervillous spaces. And at the around term, if you can see, 500 to 600 ml of blood per minute that will be flows in the placenta. And the placenta, that is the uteroplacental circulation by the two components, that is maternal arteries and maternal veins. So maternal artery at the term, if you see, 120 spiral arteries are present, and this will have a funneling in nature in order to give more blood to the choriodecidial space. And if you see, the venous blood is drained by the venous drainage. So in the intervillous spaces during the contraction, from the maternal artery, the blood will be enter into the place and the exchange will be takes place. How means like a lateral dispersion. Mixing and slowing of the blood will takes place in the villous spaces, and the blood will be moved to the basal plate from the maternal sinuses, and the blood will be exchanged. Next we will see fetal circulation. Fetal circulation, mainly we can see two umbilical arteries that carries the deoxygenated blood from the fetal part, and it is reached to the placenta and exchanged to the maternal circulation. From the maternal, the oxygenated blood will be carried from the umbilical vein and it will be transported to the fetal circulation. So like if you see the fetal circulation, here 400 ml blood per minute flow rate will be there. So this comes under the uteroplacental, that is maternal circulation and fetal circulation. Next we will see what is placental aging. At the end of the pregnancy, the placenta will go with the infrared due to the presence changes in the basal plate and the chorionic plate. And here white greyish changes takes place in the placenta. This is due to the deposition of the calcium and the fibrin. Forthcoming we will see what are the functions that comes under the placenta. First function is respiration. The respiration means exchange of gaseous. The exchange of gaseous takes place by the simple diffusion method. The oxygen will be carried from the maternal sinuses, then it is reached to the fetal circulation. From the fetal part, deoxygenated blood will be carried and it will be reached to the maternal part with the help of simple diffusion. So what are the factors means maternal and fetal gaseous exchange, maternal and fetal circulation, and the placental permeability and the placental surface area depend upon the simple diffusion of gaseous exchange. Second one is nutrition or elementary function. This function mainly exchange of nutrition such as glucose, amino acid, triglycerides, minerals, water, electrolytes. So this happens by the mechanism of simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion, active transport, then next pin cytosis. Pin cytosis can go with a larger molecular weight, endocytosis or exocytosis reaction. Then next we will see what are the excretory function, third function, excretory. Like fetus, it is a dependent on placenta during the pregnancy. It can act as a, placenta can act as a kidney. So whatever the waste products such as urea, uric acid from the fetus, it will be transported from the fetus to the maternal circulation and it will be exchanged by simple diffusion method. Next one is barrier function. Barrier function, as a protective function, placenta has some barrier layers. So the thickness will be 0.25 mm thickness. So this can crosses the it doesn't crosses the nauseous agent that is present in the maternal circulation, but if the molecular weight is larger than 500 dalton, then can be crossed from the mother to the this placental barrier from the mother to the fetal side. So if you see barrier, what are the barrier structures are there? Mean syncytotrophoblast, cytotrophoblast, then next villus, basement membrane, stroma, and mesodermal layer of the blood vessels, and some phagocytosis cells will be present. So here if you see in the early trimester, some syphilis, Tripina pallidum, tuberculosis, viral infections can be crosses from the mother to the fetus, and the drugs that can even go with the teratogenic effect for the fetus. The next one is we can see about what is the immunological function. Immunological functions mainly such as it will transfer the immunity from the mother to the fetus. Main immunoglobulin is IgG. IgG crosses from the placenta to the fetus. Other immunoglobulins doesn't crosses. And others such as cytokine, interleukin, thromboxane activity will be present in the placenta. This will protect the fetus from other noxious agent. Next function is enzyme production. This will produce the enzymes such as insulinase, oxytocinase, oxidase, phospholinase and pregnancy associated plasma protein. This is very much essential for the maintenance of pregnancy, controlling the sugar level and glucose in the body. Next we will see what are the hormonal function. Hormonal function, if you see, it will produce the hormone. Main hormone you can remember, that is HCG, that is known as human chorionic gonadotrophic hormone. Early trimester, this have a glycoprotein. This will confirmation of the pregnancy. We can confirm for ectopic pregnancy also. And pregnant women will get the nausea and vomiting due to this hormone. Next hormone is human placental lactagal hormone. This have the growth and development of the fetus and maintenance of the pregnancy. Then other hormones like steroid, estrogen and progesterone that will be continuously maintain the pregnancy and the pregnancy function. Next hormone is corticotropic hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay. Then next inhibin hormones are produced from the placenta. These are for the growth and development and maintenance of the pregnancy. So these are the functions that comes under the placenta. So next we will see what are the abnormalities of placenta. Abnormalities of placenta, first one is large placenta. Large placenta due to the syphilis or diabetic mellitus or erythroblastosis fetalis, and the placenta can become big. Second type of abnormalities, battledore incision of placenta. The umbilical cord come and attach to the margin of the placenta. And third one is succinorate placenta. Succinorate placenta means an accessory lobe, single or more than one lobe can be present near the main placenta and attached with the membrane or the umbilical vessel. So this vessel can lie in the lower part of the uterine segment, that is on the cervix. An emergency condition will happen, that is vasa previa, can lead to rupture of vessels. Another one more condition can happen, velamentous incision of placenta, also this type of vasa previa can happen. Then next one is third one is bipartite or tripartite. Bi or tri means 3 division or 2 division of the placenta, that is equal part of placenta that will be connected by umbilical vessels and the membranes. And next one is morbid adherent placenta. Morbid adherent placenta, 3 types are there. One is placenta accreta, that is placenta attached to the uterine wall. Then next placenta increta, the placenta attached deeply into the myometrial wall. Then third one is placenta percreta. Placenta percreta means the placenta will be established all over the uterus and even it is reached to the peritoneal layer. So morbid adherent placenta consists of placenta accreta, placenta increta. Then next one is placenta percreta. Then next one is fenestration placenta. Fenestration placenta means in the middle of the placenta a small gap or hole or missing part will be there. So that is known as fenestration placenta. Abnormal position of placenta. Abnormal position, usually the placenta will be lying in the upper part of the uterine cavity. If the placenta is lying in the lower part of the uterine cavity, that is known as the placenta previa. Then next one is placenta infract. Placenta infract, white infract will be there, red infract will be there. White infract is due to the calcium and fibrin deposition. Red infract due to the presence of old blood clots. The next one is placenta tumor. Tumor chorioangioma conditions. So these are the main abnormalities comes under the placenta. So today we have discussed about what is placenta, what is the meaning of placenta, then next what are the surfaces of placenta, structure of placenta, regarding the villi, types of villi, next placental circulation, that is uteroplacental circulation and fetal circulation. Then next we have seen about functions of the placenta, then abnormalities of the placenta. I hope you have understood the class. Thank you.